Bonnie was actually nerfed in the recent update, and here is all the changes. So first off, her level 3 mass detonation blast was reduced from 3 damage to 2 damage, and it carries over to later levels, but level 19 remains the same. And same thing with the shards damage from level 3, which was reduced from 8 to 6 damage. With this ninja key, we said Bonnie's mass detonation was providing a little bit too much defensive capabilities for a money-making hero. Now, this was actually a decent nerf to her ability, but if you see here, contested with some rainbows, the mass detonation can still do pretty absurd damage against a big rush. I mean, I got like 2,000 pops there. So as you could probably guess, today I will be using Bonnie strategies inside of Hole Masters and testing out if she is still one of the best heroes in the game. Let's hop right into it. And our first Bonnie match takes us to Off-Tide here, where I'm trying to think about what Bonnie strategy actually to run. I ended up deciding on Boomerang, Spike Factory, and Mortar. I feel like this is a pretty solid Bonnie strategy for a medium difficulty map like Off-Tide. Other Bonnie strategies I want to run are definitely more late game oriented, like Heli Ice Super Monkey, for example. Bonnie is really strong, but I don't really want to go that on Off-Tide. I don't think it would work here. So yeah, I won't start with Ice Tower though. They brought Snowpat as well, so Snowpat Ice on this map is pretty interesting. They did place their ice on that bin, where I actually think there's a better ice location on this map, which is this bin right here. And I feel like Snowpat's also better on that bin too. Right now, their Snowpat's kind of far back on the map where he's going to get layered on quite a bit, so we'll definitely keep that in mind with rushing, because Bonnie doesn't necessarily need to be a passive hero is the thing with Bonnie. Even though eco strategies in general are played more passively, Bonnie can play aggressive because it's like a banana farm in the way you can invest money into her early and then you can sell the crates for a bunch of money. It's going to be pretty solid. It looks like it's a Ninja Ice Snowpat. Okay. Well then, what to expect here? I'm thinking it's an eco strategy. Well, maybe it's farm if they're sending me this. Let's get up my Ricochet here in a second. Come on. Perfect. And that should eat away at these balloons. Yeah, it might be farm if they're sending me all these Space Eco. Either way, I think we'll be fine. We definitely just want to start investing into Bonnie upgrades early. Once I have Ricochet on our side, we should be chilling with everything. Well, no, it might be Eco because now they're sending me blue balloons again. I think they're just trying to get the life advantage on me with the Space Eco. I think that's my opponent's plan of attack. Okay. So we would need to be aggressive if it's an eco strategy. 100% need to play aggressive. There's no reason for me to tech bot Bonnie as well. The tech bot, well, you could tech bot the beast ability actually. Tech bot and the beast ability is probably a good idea sometimes. I don't even know if I want to do that necessarily though, because in certain cases it's good to actually keep that beast ability, like wait to use the beast ability if they rush you, so then you can stun the BFBs or whatever from the rush at a certain timing. So maybe we don't tech bot Bonnie at all. That's what I'll do. Explode that. Perfect. Explosion does do less damage now. I guess we'll get Red Hot Rings up. I was trying to see if I could greed for another Bonnie upgrade before I got Red Hot Rings, but that definitely wouldn't have happened. An opponent got Flash Bomb on their end, so that'll be enough defense for early. I'm assuming they're just going to do the Flash Bomb Ice Shards defense, which is really strong with Snowpat. Even though their placements are pretty far back on the map and you get layered on a ton, they'll probably still be good, my guess is. We'll see though, I might test around with a little bit of round 13 action, as per usual. 180 Bonnie Eco though is really solid. Round 7 yellows shouldn't do anything against me either. I'm assuming they'll send them. Yep, there they are. We are getting that Bonnie ability back off cooldown too. Let's get another upgrade in here, we're at 220 Bonnie Eco. Okay, okay. One more Bonnie upgrade, that's 260. All I really need for like round 11 defense, for the most part, is a Signal Flare Mortar, because we can defend any round 11 rush with a Signal Flare Mortar, Ricochet, and Tower Boost, and then also have the Bonnie Minecart Explosion help us out too. But I don't know how much I can actually rely on that Bonnie Minecart Explosion now with that nerf. Before it did an insane amount of damage with pretty good Pierce. Now it might not have the same effect on round 13. We will see. I am going to do a $2,700 upgrade, I think, for this, which is very greedy. Well, they just got their... Do I do it still? It's Ninja Ice Village is their strategy. It's not going to be a fun strategy to face off against. Definitely need... Oh, crap. I just misplayed that. I did not mean to place a Spike Factory. I placed a... Yeah, you saw what I did. Mortar right here. Perfect. Cross path you. Tower boost this. Everything's fine. Signal Flare. And then Round 13, we can get more glaives up if they re-rush. I also need force defense on their end too, though. Very important. Am I good against the minecarts? I think I just need a spike factory in the back to clean those up. Okay, let's send them a rush. Layer it. We force pad ability, that's good. I'm good against their rush as well. Me rushing them made them send me a smaller rush. Wait. Even with pad ability, they're dead, I think. The layering. No, if I send... Wait, they're dead. No, they aren't dead. But now they don't have pad level... Oh, wait, they are dead. Oh my gosh, what is going on? They're not dead, they are dead? I don't even know, bro. Alright, our second match of today's video, guys, takes us to Inflection. Now, this is a map where typically you wouldn't really think eco strategies are good and Bonnie strategies aren't good, but honestly, Dartling Alchemist Spike Factory is one of my favorite strategies in this map. And the nice part about it is this map typically doesn't really get anti-stalled, right? Most strategies let the balloons pass pretty far before you actually pop them all. That way we should be getting a pretty solid amount of eco. And obviously, Dartling Alchemist Spike Factory has the Alch buffed Spike Factory inside of it, which can deal with Bonnie minecarts and the Beast incredibly easily. So I think this should be a fun one. Dartling and Bonnie start round 1, obviously. Opponents starting with Trip Dart and Quincy, so I'm assuming their loadout is probably Dart Spike Factory Farm. Very popular loadout in this map as well. Should be a fun little matchup, and our plan is simply going to be saving up for that powerful darts as early as possible, probably not leaking too much beforehand, ideally. I think I need one more eco boost to get it up. Okay, these leaks hurt a little bit. Let's get it. We're chilling. Nice. Not that bad of a start. Alright, they got their banana farm down. Actually, kind of where my camera is. Let me move it. There we go. And I guess we just start upgrading the minecarts. Now, the thing I always say with this strategy is one of the weaknesses is to like pop the minecarts. The minecarts obviously take a different path than their scent balloons. So I kind of have to target my Dartling between the two paths to pop the minecarts. And then I actually miss a couple of their balloons with Dartling shots. So to fix that, most likely we'll just need to spend more money on defense early game than I really would like to. But right now we seem to be low-key handling pink balloons fine. They use Quincy ability there, that's totally good. Let's do one more Bonnie minecart upgrade. We're up to $85 minecarts now. Okay. And now I'm gonna get faster barrel spin up. Well, wait. We're down at 80 lives. I do have a minecart explosion available, which can deal with some of the initial white balloons too. So I want to use that smartly. Another body minecart upgrade. Oh wait, they're actually struggling. Wait a second. They tower boost, yeah. Opponent does not have the money for the crossbow right away. And the crossbow spot is also just unoptimal. Typically what you want to do with the crossbow on this map, let's also upgrade this one more time. Perfect. I'm going to use a minecart explosion here. What you want to do with the crossbow on this map is place it like super high right here, so it consistently shoots downwards. With their spot on last targeting, I think it sometimes prioritizes the AI path, which messes up the crossbow targeting quite a bit. I don't know. Can I fit a second Dartling in here? I can. Perfect. 2 Dartlings should be able to defend everything for us. Yeah, we're looking good. Round 7, I'm going to send them yellow balloons, which also cause some problems. They use Quincy ability there. Okay. We'll send more when Quincy ability dies off to force a spike up or a tower boost. They actually go for plantation super early. It's nicely done. Where's the tower boost? There it is. That's 2 tower boosts down for my opponent on round 7. Wait, are they dead? Oh my gosh, 15 lives. Spike Factory in the back, so it is Spike Factory. Send them more yellow balloons. That's balloon boost. I think they're straight up dead here. Yeah. Going for that Spike Factory over like a Spike Uphold was just not a good plan. Okay, I'll take the early win. Alright, so after that match and a couple more matches played, I am up to a 12 win streak now. And we got Dino Graveyard, which I wanted to go Heli Ice Super Monkey, but that strategy is definitely just not great on this map. So I'm trying to think of what to actually go here. In all honesty, let's go with the Dartling Alchemist Spike Factory strategy. But yeah, I played like 3 more games and all the opponents ended up dying in the early game, so I decided let's just not include those in the video. I want to have a more late game, good matchup for the video, you know, to showcase Bonnie, the Beast, all that stuff. Starting off though with the strategy, we will start with the Dartling, of course. Same start as Inflection, just an easier map for us. And the nice part about this map is Spike Factory is actually really strong on this map. I'll kind of show you why later, so excited to be using the Spike Factory. Opponents going Druid, they brought Oben as well, so probably Druid sub farm, which is a pretty popular load on this map. I don't really like that Oben placement from them though, I'll be honest. Reason behind I don't like it is you want to place Oben in a location where the Oben totem is really helpful, right? That slows Bloons, slows mobs, all that stuff. And with them having Oben back here, if the Bloons are already reaching this point, you're pretty much doomed a lot of the time because they regrow around the back end and you don't have that much time to pop them. You want the Oben totem to be in the front where your Reactor and Druid are hitting them like super early. So yeah, I personally would place Oben right underneath the Druid. That's where I like to place Oben on this map. But that's just me. Either way, max eco off the start. We're gonna get powerful darts on our end as well. Perfect. Opponent's gonna be blue Bloons. Well, maybe it's not Druid sub farm. I thought it'd be that strategy. Blue Bloons typically tell another tale though. So I guess we'll just wait and see, you know? It's gotta be something else. We got some leaks on them though. Well, I mean, they have life regen with their Druid anyways, and I don't really think my strategy has GG around 40 potential. Also, we need to upgrade Bonnie. Probably upgrade Bonnie over sitting blue Bloons is the better play. We kind of treat Bonnie like we're playing Banana Farm almost with how we eco. Let's Bloon boost at them. Yeah, they're gonna leak a lot here. Especially if they can't afford like lightning on the Druid yet. They use it. Oh, they got lightning up. Nicely done. We got them down to 40 lives. Bonnie eco's at 85 right now. It's fantastic. I feel like I'm in a decent spot. Let's move the camera down to here. That way I'm not blocking the Bonnie statistics. And green Bloons are being sent my way. Okay. So against greens, I certainly will need more defense, but I'd like to greed first for maybe one more Bonnie upgrade. And the way I can accomplish that greed play is by getting a big minecart explosion in here. Even though minecart explosion was nerfed, it still can do pretty solid work. Yeah, and now I can upgrade the Dartling. And I need another Dartling on our side too. Just one Dartling won't be enough to defend. Unfortunately. Do I need a tower boost? That's tower boost. Well, tower boost to preserve our 150 lives. I probably would have leaked a lot there if I didn't tower boost, but I think I still would have survived. Set target. Second Dartling here. Perfect. I'm assuming they're going to send me Yell Bloons as well. We'll get an Alchemist right here on last. And that should defend these yellows. Yeah, it looks like we're doing good. The Alchemist actually is pretty solid against the group stuff. More value than just getting a Dartling on the field, in my opinion. Still not getting overrun. Perfect. We'll eco towards them a little bit with yellows. Honestly, it's Bloon boost. Because that Lightning Druid should get overrun eventually. Yeah, we forced the upgrade on it. Don't have to send yells anymore. I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. Off of how this early game went. I like it. Upgrade Bonnie again. We're at 180 Bonnie eco. There's a submarine. So we don't know their third. Druid sub. Maybe Druid sub Spike Factory? We could both be going Spike Factory loadouts here, which is interesting. Let's upgrade this one. This will be a Hydro Rocket Pods for later. We have really good round 13 defense with my loadout though, because Hydro Rocket Pods is great, Bonnie Minecart Explosion is still great even after the nerf, and then we can alch buff the Hydro Rocket Pods, which is insanely good. Alright, round 11, am I getting rushed? Still no, I'm gonna upgrade Bonnie again, yeah. It's very greedy, but I feel like this guy's just not rushing me, so I might as well capitalize on it. They end up getting a Submerged and support on their end, so I'm not gonna even get to send them Camel Bloons or try it. Our greed is absurd right now. 300 Bonnie eco, 750 regular eco. Feel like they've gotta rush me, right? Still no rush? They ended up buying armor-piercing darts as well. Like, this guy's letting me greed, and he's making it so... And they're not greeding at all is the thing. Like, I didn't have to send them a single rush to force the submergent support or the armor-piercing darts. Okay, I definitely need to get defense now, though. But the thing is, just waiting to get the Hydro Rocket Pods saved me, allowed me to greed so much more than getting it up initially on round 11, you know what I'm saying? I greeded a lot more Bonnie minecart upgrades early on. And I think at this point, we definitely want to go for that Rubber to Gold Alchemist. I'll get insane value with that, especially against an eco player. They sent me some Region Rainbows. It was only like 2 sets, though. That's not going to do anything at all. You need to send that Region Rainbow Rush, like, before I get the Hydro Rocket Pods to force it earlier, bro. Yeah, I'm in a great spot. Fantastic spot, some would say. Now we're back to ecoing. We're good against all these minecarts. No reason for me to rush my opponent. At all. I'm assuming their third is Spike Factory, but again, we have no idea, currently. It could be anything. Alright, round 17. Am I gonna get rushed with a mob or anything like that? Currently, no. I'm not going to send them a mob either, but one rush I am considering sending them is like a fortified BFB. Typically, that's a pretty good rush, unless they just pre-buy a bunch of defense, which this guy has kind of been pre-buying defense, but I don't think they'll pre-buy BFB defense. They did get a druid right there, so they're going to start druid farming on their end as well. In my opinion, it's better to place your druid farms inside of Oben's range, just so they have better defense, because then your druid farms get extra pierce and all of the Oben benefits. There's no reason not to utilize Oben's range with that. You know what I'm saying? Alright, one more Bonnie upgrade in a second, and then I think I start preparing my beast defense, because we obviously do want to pop the beast. That's pretty important with my loadout. Popping that beast down and getting a ton of money from it. So our beast popper is simply going to be a deadly spikes on our end, right here. And the nice part about this map for Spike Factory, and why Spike Factory is good on this map, is because of how the lanes work. If I have a Spike Factory right here, the BFBs, the OMGs, all the blimps have a bigger hitbox, and they'll eat up the spikes, but the insides won't. So it just works out really well, basically. Deadly spikes on our end. We're going to alk buff this as well. I'm going to minecart explode that. Afford the alk buff a little bit earlier. Alright, I want to go for a second deadly spikes too. Send the beast out at the start of the round. I'm definitely not going to be able to pop it with that small of a pile, but we'll get some decent damage on it. Which is fine. Oh wait, we didn't send them a BFB, did we? Send it now. I should have sent it on round 20, but it's fine. Fortified BFB being sent. I don't know how much this will actually do, because they do have some druid farms on their end, which help out quite a bit. Even if the druid farms aren't in Oben's range. They ended up buying Poplust on their side, which is weird. Poplust pretty much adds 0 defensive value for them for the price. Second arm piercing darts is a smart play though. We'll continue to upgrade Bonnie. Ice in the back, so it's druid sub ice, okay. Cryo Cannon's actually a pretty smart play, but is it on last? Oh, they're good. Okay, that looked kind of sketchy, but nice defend. It worked, so I can't knock them for that. Oh, it's gonna tech bot? I am gonna tech bot the, okay, well that just tech botted the Bonnie Minecart explosion, which I didn't want. I was gonna say, I'm gonna tech bot the beast. Yeah, perfect. There we go, we popped it immediately. You see what I'm talking about? That's why Spike Factory is so good on this map. Oh, we need to send them ceramics, don't I? Well, I don't really want this game to end early. Let's send them a lead rush and see what they do. Just some lead balloons. I forced a tower boost, okay. So what would they do against a ceramic re-rush is my question. I think I will send it. I should have forced something solid. Let's send. I forced a snowstorm, alright. I'll take that. Ice is pretty good at defending the ceramics, so there's no reason for me to go like all in with that. Alright, 1280 bond eco, 3000 regular eco. They actually microed the snowstorm a couple times too, so I got increased value with that. I feel like I'm in a really good spot. Need to be a bit careful for DDTs, but Deadly Spikes do have pretty solid DDT damage. We'll have another beast coming out here soon. I should pop it instantaneously. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna alp up my Dartling in here as well. Everything's good. I've definitely got a lot more money generation than them with Bonnie, as opposed to their Druid farms. 100% I'm out farming them. I don't really know how I want to play this though, because I feel like my late game is decent with this strategy. It's not bad, because we have the 5th tier Dartlings, we have Permabrew, we have 5th tier Spike Factories. That's decent. But I don't think the strategy can go GG run 40 or anything. And I think it's pretty much a similar situation with my opponent's strategy. Their late game is decent with Druids, Ice, Submarine, and all of that. But they definitely can't GG run 40 me either. So it'll be interesting to see how this ends up playing out. Alright, keep upgrading Bonnie. That's 3,000 or 2,720 Bonnie eco. Very solid. We got another beast incoming. I don't know if we'll pop this one. Oh, we still pop it. Yeah, and we still have a pretty solid spike pile. Okay. These deadly spikes have been giving me incredible value this game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna upgrade level 14 Bonnie just manually, so I can get higher tier minecart upgrades. Perfect. $3,800 per minecart is insane. So I'm at 8k equivalent eco right now, with Bonnie and my main eco mixed together. That's very solid. I think maybe one more Bonnie upgrade and then we call it. They're actually sending me purple balloon eco, which Okay, they stopped, as I said. Purple Blue Eco is a very bad decision at this point. I'm about to stop my Eco at 4,500. Yeah, that's fine amount. Maybe go another Bonnie upgrade. I can sell Bonnie upgrades for about 100k. Oh wait, Spike Factory is actually not keeping up anymore. It ran through. Let's get Perma Spike on our end, so then it does keep up. Perma Spike power could go away instantaneously though against a BED or something. That comes in. We actually don't pop it initially. That's fine. I think I will send them a BED. Wait. And we'll fortification it. Come on. Perfect. I am very weak on defense right now. I know, but we can get money very quickly with selling Bonnie minecarts. Explode those. They got Avatar of Wrath on their side. Nicely done. 5,000 Bonnie Eco on our end. Where do I want to have super mines on my side? Maybe super mines just right here is a fine spot. I like super mines more towards the front because it applies really strong DOT to stuff. So you want the damage over time to be applied early. My opponent's going to need a Super Storm as well with their setup to pop that BED. Another minecart in here, or beast rather. We're good against that. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty solid. We're almost there to the Supermine save up. They're microing a couple first strikes. They have Impale on their side, so maybe they're trying to do this without a Superstorm. They might be able to do it because they have Tower Boost coming in here. But Superstorm definitely is a good decision for them. Let's see. Can they pop it? Oh, the ceramics are going to be scary. Impale is actually putting in some really solid work, though. Supermines has been bought on my end. Nicely done. They popped it. Okay. Man, is this guy just not going to rush me? I hope they do. I have the life advantage, but at the end of the day, they can always regain lives with Spear of the Forest. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Permabrew on my end, but I'm trying to think of what do I want to even Permabrew. Is it better to Permabrew Spike Storms, or is it better to Permabrew Dartlings? Probably Spike Storms. This is my thinking. I'm preparing tech bots for Spike Storm spam. Honestly, let's just upgrade the Bonnie more at this point. There's no reason not to. I should have upgraded her a while ago. I thought I'd get rushed, but it doesn't appear to be happening. Alright, Spike Storm's inside the Permabrew range here. These will do pretty great damage. Ability has more damage, more pierce and stuff with Spike Storm, or with the Permabrew added. Now, typically I wouldn't want to tech bot Spike Storms, but in this case, where you have a ton of them, it's going to allow me to focus my micro on other things, like microing the MAD, or microing Carpet of Spikes, or BMA, stuff like that. But in most cases, against other rushes, you want to time your Spike Storms, not leave them on tech bots, if that makes sense. And I'm also just not getting the what's it called, lead popping path on them. Okay, there, we're getting rushed finally. Perfect. This should get obliterated pretty easily. I have a big pile of spikes here. Yeah, we're good, we're good. Right. That's actually getting obliterated nicely. Another one's being sent. The second one I should get BMA for. Wait. Pop it, please. Pop. BMA. There we go. Perfect. See, I can micro my... I can focus my microing on other things by having these tech botted. Was my thought process. Oh, they are regenerating lives, though, with their Spirit of the Forest, so... Unfortunately... I'm not going to be able to GG around 40, I don't think. As much as I'd like that. The nice part is, though, they're losing their Druid buff, so if I just wait till they regain lives, their defense is going to be pretty weak without Druid buffs going. Tech-botted Spike Storms are OP, though. I like this. Wait, do they actually get the life gain in time? Look at this. They still need 2 more Spirit of the Forest abilities. I think they're trying to micro their Spirit of the Forest right now. They need 1 more Spirit of the Forest ability. Alright, let's prep my Dartlings in the back. Ray of Doom, MAD, and we can get a Bez in here, too. And that'll be pretty much my final setup. And against rushes, we'll micro BMA. They did get the life gain, and it's nicely done. They have a life advantage on me, but it doesn't matter. If you're both at 150 lives or more, you go past round 40. Bonnie's made me 614k. I could have upgraded Bonnie to level to max mine carts at any point, but doesn't matter too much in my opinion. Alright. I think round 40 I'll send them a fortified bad, and I'm hoping they counter me. They're definitely not going to be able to defend that many fortified bads on their end. I won't be able to defend a huge Russian mine either, but I feel like I can defend a lot more than they can defend. Alright, let's send one. Are they going to counter me? They are still ecoing. Okay, well, that is an awful decision to still eco. Are they still ecoing now? I don't know. I'm really just hoping they counter me, but I don't really think that's going to happen. Unfortunately. Yeah, the chances of them countering is not looking good right now. Man. Come on, bro. At least send me something that I can defend with all the spike storms. Well then, I guess we can just sell Bonnie minecarts and full send towards them. My man is not going to counter me. That is very unfortunate. Zero chance he's defending all those BEDs. I mean, Bonnie just... Okay, now I can actually defend something. Thankfully, they sent me one. Tower boost. Abilities. Dude, look how fast we popped that fortified bad. We didn't even use BMA for the insides like I should have, but yeah. DET all out, that shouldn't do anything. We're good against all of these, right? Yep. GG. I really wish I could have defended a bigger fortified bad rush, but that wasn't a bad game either way. And yeah, as always, let me know your thoughts on the Bonnie changes in the comment section down below. Do you think she is still a viable hero? I definitely do. A little bit weaker than before in the mid-game rounds, but doesn't make that much of a difference at the end of the day.